Hi everybody, it's Dr. Annette. Welcome to our last week of English 217, Grammar and Editing. I haven't done a video in a while, so I thought I would, especially because we're walking through a couple things today. So anyway, hope you guys are all having a good week so far. Here we are in week 7, and if you scroll down to the assignments for Wednesday, 8/19, this is what you will see. So this is our last week of class. We're wrapping things up by reviewing for our last exam and editing project. And this editing project and exam kind of puts together everything that we've learned about basically grammar for writers and how our knowledge of grammar can affect the way we edit our writing to make it clearer, to make it more elegant, to make it more concise in whatever the rhetorical situation calls for. So we've got a couple of assignments for Wednesday. We have a study guide, which is linked here. Basically, the study guide for this exam covers chapters 15 and 16 and style lessons 10 through 12. So basically for this, because these build on kind of everything that we've done, you will need to know the 10 sentence patterns and their diagrams, and that obviously is from exam 1 and 2. And then these are the kind of topics for each for each chapter. So there's rhetorical grammar, and you've already defined a lot of these in the worksheet. So this should be a really easy copying over, and that's just good repetition to help you remember. And then purposeful punctuations and what the strategies are for doing these things and how to use punctuation to do those things. And then on the right-hand side, style, lessons 1 through 9, the main principles from each lesson. Just be able to summarize what those strategies are and how they work. And then we have lessons 10, 11, and 12, shape, elegance, and ethics. And then what you'll need to be able to do is obviously know the chapter vocabulary and understand basic concepts, be able to diagram sentences, be able to identify rhetorical strategies in a sentence from chapter 15, be able to apply purposeful punctuation to a sentence, and to synthesize the main takeaways from style. So I'm asking you to fill that out for the first thing. And then instead of giving you guys all of the practice questions this time, I've decided to do a collaborative review where we make up the questions ourselves. And then before I publish the exam on Thursday morning, I will go and look at the questions that we've come up with and make sure that everything is covered on the exam itself. So we're kind of doing a collaborative review to kind of shape the exam. So we're going to collaboratively create a Padlet, and a Padlet is a free online collaborative bulletin board where users can post, comment, draw pictures, etc. Think Pinterest. It kind of looks like that. And so what you're going to do to participate is come up with 2 potential questions you might see on the exam. It could be multiple choice, fill in the blank, short answer, or short editing question. Have fun coming up with them. Once you're ready, you're going to post it. You're going to go to Padlet and create a free account if you don't have one already. I suggest using your UANet ID, so your name will come up when you post. Then look at the example posts and comments I'll show you in a second. Post your 2 questions, and then answer 2 of your classmates' questions. If you're answering one that's already been answered, extend the conversation, add something that the other person didn't think of, basically just show me that you're engaging authentically with the material. And make sure you're not posting as anonymous, because I won't be able to see who posted it if it is logged as anonymous. So you'll receive full credit for adding 2 thoughtful questions and answering at least 2 of your peers' questions. So when you go to the class Padlet, it's going to basically look like this, exam number 3 review. So add 2 questions and answer at least 2 questions. When you log in, you will see your login information here in the top left. So I'm already logged in. These are the 2 questions that I added. I put a little fun picture here, but basically this is my question and the multiple choice questions I came up with. Which of these is chiasmus? And then you would look through them and decide, it's B. Poetry represents the best and happiest moments, the happiest and best minds, because happiest and best are swapped. And so here, I've answered my own question. I would choose B, because chiasmus is when terms switch. Like it was the best of times, it was the worst of times, that sort of thing. And then here's my second question. How does Coln define rhetorical grammar? Hint, rhetoric plus grammar. And then I answered my own question. Coln defines rhetorical grammar, chapter 15, as, quote, the purposeful use of grammar. So if you wanted to add your own comment or answer this question if it hadn't already been answered, you just click here and then click enter when you're done. To add your question, you go down here to the pink button, and you can double click anywhere to add your question too, but if you click on the pink button, it'll pop up and you can just type in your question. Maybe my question is, what is my favorite animal? And then maybe my answers are A, cat, B, dog, C, parakeet, and D, moose. Okay, when I'm done, then I just click enter and click out of it, and then my question is there. So I'm going to delete that because obviously that's not part of our exam. So as you add them, they'll just add to this basically ongoing bulletin board, and you can use that to review for the test. So that should be fun. And then lastly, you're going to choose your work to edit for editing project number 3. So if you look over the assignment sheet for the 3rd editing project, basically the difference is, I still need to link it, so I'm glad I'm going through this video. But basically, if we go to go to our class folder, and then we go to 3rd editing project. Sorry, my internet is a bit slow. Thanks for sticking with me. Basically, the 3rd one is going to be one in which you're thinking about grammar and style specifically and your own approach to these things. So to do this well, I recommend choosing a piece of writing like a speech, a letter, a personal essay, a piece of public writing, or something directed towards a specific audience that's intended to elicit a reaction. Kind of like what we read from Linda Flower, the idea that, there's reader-based versus writer-based prose. So you want to pick something that is easy to identify the audience with, because when you're using grammar as a rhetorical tool, you want to make sure that it's creating an impact. And so the rest of the assignment is the same. You're going to reread your work carefully. Use at least 5 meaningful annotations. I've given you guys some feedback on how to do those better if I've seen some areas for improvement, and then write a reflection. So that is basically the same as always, and here's how you'll be graded at the bottom. And that's all I've got for you guys today. So I wish you all the best, and let me know if you have questions.